I'm Gabriel Morency for Sports Interaction. Well, if you ever wondered why they call the NCAA Basketball tournament March Madness, just ask UNLV Running Rebel or Vanderbilt Commodore fans after both their respective squads got beaten down by buzzer beaters. We're going to be seeing that for decades to come. It's too bad the kids aren't making money because the coaches certainly are cashing in, as we've seen. Tom Izzo, Roy Williams. Roy Williams, North Carolina Tar Heels, didn't even make it to the tournament. There he is, still pimping credit cards, but hey, that's another story. We're worried about our own money, so let's try to make some. You're going to hear a lot of experts and a lot of handicappers talk about trends, talk about matchups. I feel, and I know this is ironic as you watch me breaking down these games, I feel it's best for you guys to just go with what you know. Go with teams that you've watched a lot this year. And this leads me right into Siena and Purdue. A lot of cappers and a lot of experts are talking about the Purdue Boilermakers bouncing back after a putrid end to the regular season and then right into the Big Ten Conference Tournament. I'm not buying into it. Yes, the Siena Saints, I understand, aren't the same Siena Saints as the past couple of years. But there's something about Siena at this time of the year. And was it pretty when they won their conference tournament? No. But does it matter? No. Siena +4, I think, is worth a definitive look when you consider all of Purdue Boilermakers' problems. We'll stick with the theme of going with what we know. I'm not a believer in the Florida State Seminoles. A lot of people talking about FSU and how defensively they're going to be able to shut down Gonzaga. I heard the same thing when talking about Richmond and St. Mary's. And where are the Richmond Spiders going right now? If you want to see Spiders playing, you're going to have to go to your attic or your basement because the Richmond Spiders are done. I think the FSU Seminoles will get knocked out as well. I like Gonzaga. I think there's a little East Coast bias going on here. I'll throw it down with the West Coast Gonzaga Bulldogs to get it done against FSU. Now, Michigan State and Maryland, two storied programs, two coaches in Izzo and Williams with national championships under their belts. And it would be natural for these coaches and their respective teams to potentially look ahead. They better not. I'm going to be on the underdogs, and we're going to be riding the underdogs like one of Michael Vick's cousins, but that's another story. Give me the Aggies. New Mexico State have scored 80 or more points 4 of their last 6 basketball games, including 90 points 3 times. The Aggies can get after it, and I think Michigan State's going to fall right in to New Mexico State's style of basketball. I think Michigan State's going to feel as though, hey, we're better than these guys. We have better athletes than these guys. Let's run with them, which could be a mistake. Michigan State probably advances, but give me the 13.5 points with New Mexico State. Similar situation with Houston and Maryland. Maryland's a much better basketball team. Maryland plays in a much tougher conference, but I believe the Houston Cougars will be able to put 65, 70, maybe 75 on the board, and there's a reason why the total is as high as it is. I'm going to be riding the underdogs with the Houston Cougars. I'm going to be taking Siena. Now, life's all about variety. Just ask Tiger Woods. One day a redhead, another day a brunette. Maybe you throw in a blonde or two. And as much as we're betting on the underdogs, we're going to take a look at the Duke Blue Devils. Arkansas Pinebluff played a great game getting into this tournament against Winthrop the other night. But truth be told, I wouldn't trust Arkansas Pinebluff to wash my windows. Duke laying double digits, no problem. 23, 24, 25. The Duke Blue Devils have a definitive look and a killer instinct about them this year. Expect Duke to make some noise in this tournament, and I expect the Duke Blue Devils to absolutely destroy Arkansas Pinebluff. Now, there's a couple of games on the board in which I have absolutely no idea, and I've watched Cal and I've watched Louisville play. That's why I don't have an idea. Might as well flip a coin, play some poker, I don't know, bet on some horses or something like that. And when it's all said and done, we can't bet on every game, but remember, if you don't get in on a game, you can always get in. Live betting, second half. We're having a great time. I hope you are too. I'm Gabriel Morency for Sports Interaction. May the winners be yours.